Hello, everybody, and welcome to this month's free webinar where we are going to be talking about how to optimize your affiliate onboarding experience. And it is a different kind of webinar to the ones that you've joined me in the past, because you can see that above me, there's somebody else joining us this week. So we're going to introduce Lee a little bit later. We're going to talk to you about your onboarding experience. But before we get started, give me a high five or a hello if you're joining us on LinkedIn or YouTube, because we will try and take questions in this particular webinar, because I know you're going to have a lot. And before we get started, it's just good to know how many people are joining us to make sure that the live stream's working, and really just bring you along on this journey where we're going to be talking about onboarding and affiliate programs. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's kick off and welcome you all into this lovely webinar that we're having today. Make sure that you turn off your phone, shut that office door or bedroom door if you're working from home, depending on if you're remote working or not, because today we're going to be talking about onboarding and why that is so important for your affiliate program and how to really get a great first touch experience. Now, for those of you that are joining us, remember, I always like to give you some freebies, and there's a cracker of a freebie at this week's webinar. So I do encourage you to stay on to the bitter end, because we are going to be giving you the template that we're building today so that you can take that forward and use it in your own affiliate program. So you're going to get a really nice freebie at the end, and also have an opportunity to ask me some questions as we're going through and showing you how quickly and easily it is to build a really superb 5-star onboarding experience for your affiliates. Now, we are going to be working a little bit in tandem together, so you're going to need to bear with us. We're going to be swapping screens and showing you lots of things. And I'm going to try and answer the chat as well, because you know that I love to connect with you guys when we're on these webinars and listen to where you're from and what industries you're in, etc. So do use the chat if you're on YouTube. Unfortunately, I'm not going to see your comments if you're watching us on LinkedIn due to the way that we've set up this stream. But if you want to head on over to YouTube, you can watch us live on this webinar, and hopefully I'll be able to get some questions out of you guys and answer some of the queries that you have as we go along through this webinar. So give me a high five if you're joining us. I'll just quickly check the chat to make sure that we're seeing people in. Fantastic. We've got lots of people coming on. And let's get started. So thank you so much for joining us today, and let's have an exciting session about onboarding. So a little bit of housekeeping. As you know, we're live streaming, so you might lose us. Things might freeze. Don't worry, just refresh your browser and you'll come straight back to us if you have that same link. There will be a replay that's available, so if you do have to hop off and go do something urgent at work, or your kids are coming home from school or whatever it is, it's okay, because we will give you the replay and you will be able to access the freebie as well, because you've registered your time and come to share this experience with us. And as I said, there's always some exciting bonuses at the end, so come along and join us. If you want to join the rest of our series of webinars that we're hosting for the rest of the year, we've got some cracker ones coming up. So follow me on LinkedIn at Leanne Johnstone, because you'll be notified when the next webinars happen. And you can keep in tune with some of the things that I'm learning and some of the things that we're sharing with our clients and community as well. So do link in, hit subscribe on YouTube if you're there right now. Give me a high five if you're seeing me, and we'll get started. All right, so who are you? We want to know a little bit about you guys, about where you're coming from, where you're joining us from, where you are in the world, what industry you work in, because we'll try and tailor some of the content that we're sharing with you guys through this webinar, just to help you make a little bit more sense of it, so to make it practical for your industry as well. So if you're in YouTube, drop in the chat, tell us your name, say hi, tell us what problems you're facing in your affiliate program, because we love to hear that. We actually use some of your real life problems to build the content for these webinars. So you might even get your questions answered a few months down the line if we cover that topic as well. Also, tell me why you're here today. What made you actually come and join this webinar, and what is it that you actually want to learn more about? Because I love to hear that, because I will actually use those real life examples to build content further down the line and to help you guys overcome some of these challenges. So do use the chat. I'm going to be looking to the side a little bit every now and then, just to check you guys are still with me and answer any questions that you have. And let's make this a fun, interactive session. So without a little, for those of you who don't really know me, some of you have been on these webinars a few times, so you kind of know the drill. But for those of you that haven't met me, hi, my name's Leanne Johnston, and I'm the founder of Alphaverse, which is an affiliate marketing agency media company and training and events business. So everything that we do is centered around the chapter and verse of teaching people how to do affiliate marketing successfully for their businesses and how to run their programs successfully too. So we're constantly immersed in this marketplace. We're constantly learning about what's working and what isn't. And I do that in a number of different ways. I speak at events. I, give strategy to clients that come to us and ask us to help them run their affiliate programs. I'm a business owner and entrepreneur, so I know the pains that publishers are going through in terms of building their businesses. And I write a lot of content to share with the industry because I've been around for almost 2 decades. I know that sounds very long, but since time immemorial, when the internet first began, I was there cranking on and sharing links and writing content and working with publishers to see how we could augment sales online from offline. So it's been an incredible journey. I've had a wonderful career, and I'm now all about sharing all of these things, the tactics, the strategies, and the tools that I've learned over my 2 decades with all of you. So I love having this time with you guys, and hopefully you're going to learn something new from me today. And you'll learn a little bit more about our business and get involved in some of the things that we're doing. The one thing that I do want to just point out is that we've got a fantastic summit coming up on the 18th and 19th of July, which is literally 2 days of live streamed panel discussions with industry experts that I've gathered together from around the globe. So people that are absolute experts and practitioners in affiliate marketing and program management that are coming along to share their knowledge, share their insights, and help you guys to actually grow your programs and get the most out of this channel. So go on our website, check out that event and go register for it because tickets are limited and usually we have to shut the doors before the event begins. So giving you an early heads up that you need to get involved in that event because you're going to learn so much more. So without further ado, let's get on to our lovely guest who sat quietly through that whole entourage. Welcome Lee Simons from ScoreApp, who is joining me today to show you how to build and optimize an onboarding experience for your affiliate program. So Lee, say hi to everybody that's listening, that's tuning in. Tell us a little bit about you and tell us a little bit about ScoreApp.
Sure. So hi, everyone. My name is Lee. I am the head of customer success at ScoreApp. So I've been with ScoreApp since the very beginning. We're a young company, but a growing company. And it's really exciting to be here speaking with you today. So what ScoreApp is, it's essentially an advanced quiz builder that's driven by data. So what it enables you to do is build really engaging quiz campaigns that really capture the attention of your target audience, deliver value, and spark that action. And all of that will also deliver great data that you can use to personalize that ongoing communication with your target audience. We find that our customers use scorecards in one of 3 ways. The first is lead generation, the second is onboarding, and the third is to improve that existing customer experience. And it's the onboarding piece that I'm going to speak to you in more detail on today, a little bit later on in this session.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Lee. And onboarding is such a broad term, but I actually want to kind of talk about a little bit before we get into the nuts and bolts of building the scorecard that all of you guys will be able to have after this session completes. So let's get started with a couple of quotes. And I actually found one from Daniel Priestley, who is the founder of ScoreApp. So it was quite apt that when I was looking online for quotes, that this one stood out for me. And basically what Daniel says is affiliates want to be part of a program that values their contribution and rewards them fairly. Now, if you think of, whenever you've started your last job, you would have had an onboarding experience into the company if you're working, corporate side or even at startup companies. And that first touch experience that you have with the company that you're choosing to work with and for is a very important milestone in the relationship that you build longer term. So in your loyalty, in staying with that business, and also in the kind of the excitement of working with that business. And that's kind of what I wanted you guys to start this session thinking about is when you're working with your affiliates, what are you actually going to do to help bring them into the fold and into your program that makes them feel special and unique and humanized? Because often as affiliate managers, we're working with platforms, with networks. We automate as much as we can because we want to get through stuff and, work with as many publishers as possible. But in doing so, we also eliminate that opportunity for first touch experience that really makes it special for your partners when they're coming in to work with you. So if you think about like when a client has sent you a gift, or when you've bought a product for the first time and there's a little extra something in there for you, all those first touch points with brands and products make you feel special. And that's what I really want to talk about today in terms of building an onboarding experience that leads your partners into a certain framework that helps them to get active faster. So what the heck is an onboarding experience? Well, that's a different thing for different people in different industries and across the world, I would imagine, based on their cultures and the way that they run their businesses. But for me, an onboarding experience is the process and the journey that you provide to your affiliate when they're actually joining your program. And that starts with the very first part of your website, the shop front that you give them to tell them about the program and what it is that they're going to be gaining if they come to work with you in that program. So it's the very first point of contact that an affiliate has with your business, with your program, with your network, wherever it is that you're running your program. And then what happens after that and how you tailor that first touch experience to lead that partner and grow that relationship moving forward. Now, typically it's an educational process that provides insight, value, incentive, and information to help drive delivery after the deal is concluded, because there may be instances where some of you might have programs where you're getting like 100 applications a day from multiple different publishers. How do you decide which of those publishers are the ones that you want to spend time with and actually get on a phone call with, and which ones you want to funnel through to an automated onboarding process where they get access to their links, they can watch some videos, they get some demos of the product, and then they're set loose to go and promote once they understand what the rules of the program are. And your education process can be different depending on the industry that you're working in as well. So it could be, heavily compliance driven. So if you're working in industries such as insurance or the iGaming industry, you might want to make sure that publishers and partners know how to promote your program before they get into trouble for not promoting it properly, in terms of not being compliant if there's different advertising rules that they need to follow. And then there's also things like experiential things. So there might be some affiliates that you want to send products to so they can try and review them themselves and create content that's actually really genuine and authentic to bring new customers to you. So it doesn't matter what industry you're working in. It doesn't really matter what vertical you cover. Ultimately, what the onboarding experience is the opportunity to actually bring partners into your program, into your ecosystem and into your business, and helping them to get active and start delivering the functions that they need to deliver for your program so that you can get the right results. So I started looking at onboarding actually as an entrepreneur because I run my own business and I want to hire people into my company, and I'm trying to build a culture around that company and give everybody that comes into our business the same experience so that they all feel special when they start. And it kind of led me down the line to think, well, how does this onboarding experience, which is very relevant in the HR industry, how does that apply back into affiliate programs? And this is how I actually discovered ScoreApp. So we were looking for tools to actually help some of our clients build these onboarding experiences too. And the more I sort of dug a little bit deeper into what is onboarding, how does it affect people, what are the stats behind it, the more I thought this is like, I have to talk about this on a webinar this month. So this is the culmination of all the research that I've done and some of the experiments that I've done too. And that's why we're here today, to actually share that with you. So we're going to try and help you think about what an effective onboarding process might be for your business. Some of it might be relevant, some of it you might have to tweak. But the ultimate outcome of creating an onboarding experience is that you want to get your partners onboarded, educated, and active a lot faster, because ultimately that's what's going to bring results. And as affiliate managers, as program managers, we want our partners to find what they need, get active, and start sending sales. I mean, that's really the kind of three rule protocol of our lives. So I'm going to go through some things. I'm going to share some stats. You might take it away and think about it. Some of it might be relevant, some of it might not. But ultimately, to reach the masses, we're talking about onboarding as a concept today and how you might apply that concept into your business too. So let's look at the data, because I always think data drives decisions, right? And it's kind of prevalent to everything that we do in our lives. But when I started looking at some of the HR methodologies that go behind onboarding staff and keeping staff active and loyal, I started thinking a little bit about how does that apply to affiliate programs. And I wanted to share some of these numbers with you because they really blew my mind. And they are blowing my mind as an entrepreneur anyway, because I want to have that good experience for our staff here at Alphaverse too. And I just started putting the two things together and started thinking, what if some of these things actually had an impact on the way that I'm running programs, on the way that I'm hiring people? It could make a significant difference in your business. So here's some stats that I found that were quite interesting that I wanted to share with you guys, just to make you think a little bit about how onboarding could be effective for you in your industry that you're working in. So effective onboarding programs can show a 25% increase in productivity rate. So what if you had 100 affiliates applying to your program every day and 25% of them went active within the first 7 days and started sending sales? What impact would that actually have on your affiliate program? I'm pretty sure that your bottom line would increase by at least a 2-digit figure at the end of the month in terms of percentage of revenue. And to get this process right, we're going to show you how quick and easy it is to do this and to set it up. And it's something that you can automate as well, to a certain degree. Obviously, you want to personalize some of the steps that we're going to show you. But what if you could do a 25% increase rate in activation of all the partners that are signing into your program? How would that impact your bottom line? And in terms of the tasks that you have to do every day as an affiliate manager, what if we could show you how to automate this process, create something exciting and different and new that gives your partners a really great first touch experience with your program? So I want you to think about that. The other thing is that an onboarding process that's in place for the first month shows a 50% increase in productivity and up to 75% in month 2 and 3. So it's not just enough to build the initial onboarding process, but you also need to think about what do you do after they're onboarded? Because by implementing a proper process and a journey, a customer journey into your program that your affiliates can experience, can really help to kind of push the needle very quickly. And I think this is a part of affiliate management programs that we either rely very heavily on with networks to do for us, or we're building our own internal things. You might have some CRM tools that are being plugged in, but most platforms that I've worked in don't actually look at this onboarding process in too much detail, other than to send a welcome email to say, hey, you're now in our program. And that's kind of where the onboarding ends. And if you think about 1,000 affiliates coming into your program, maybe in a month, only 100 are ever going to get down to the point where they're starting to send sales. But if you can build an onboarding process that increases that by 25%, you start to think that the numbers might change dramatically if you actually start looking at this stuff. The other thing is to think on the flip side. A negative onboarding experience actually doubles the chances of an affiliate seeking other programs to work with. So if they've had a negative touch point, they haven't been able to find the information that they need to promote, they haven't been able to get a tracking link, they haven't been able to ask for the promotion or the commission that they wanted to get, and they drop off, you've actually lost a lot of time trying to recruit and attract that affiliate, and then you're getting nothing back in return after they've actually come into the program because you haven't been able to effectively support them. So on the one hand, you want to increase that 25%, but on the other hand, you really don't want to be losing that 50% that could potentially be falling off because there's nothing there to actually onboard them. And then there's other stats about structured onboarding and how they saw a 60% improvement year on year as partnerships mature and as your employees mature within your program and within your business. But I think it was quite interesting just to share that, onboarding programs increase employee retention rates by 82%, because that is also a problem that we experience in affiliate programs, is actually keeping our affiliates loyal. So keeping them active, onboarding them is one problem. Keeping those affiliates actively sending sales is another problem. But then actually keeping them loyal to your brand versus your competitors who might be selling similar products is another. And those three problems can actually all be solved by some of the things that we're going to show you today. Okay, who's with me still? Because I feel like I'm talking at you guys for 20 minutes. But if you're following our train of thought, we've got to move a little bit fast because we only got an hour today. But my purpose of all of those stats and everything that I've shown you is, imagine if you thought about your affiliates as employees and not just as traffic suppliers. How would you actually treat them, and how would you bring them into your affiliate program differently to how you're currently doing it today? So I might not have all the answers for you today, but I am going to show you a couple of things, and we're going to take you through what an onboarding program should look like and offer. And you can take all of those things away with you and see how much or how little of this you want to implement and try for your program too. So really, what should an onboarding program offer? It should be giving your partners a clear understanding of the program's objectives and what you're expecting them to deliver for you. It should give them full access and an explanation of the relevant marketing materials that they need to be promoting for you, so they can actually engage with the right customer audiences and segments and start driving those sales. It should be giving some element of training for anything that they need to know in terms of writing in-depth reviews, or looking at how the product works, who the product's for, what your customer avatars are. And there could be a number of other things that you want to or need to train them on. It could give them an overview of the commission structures that they're offering, but typically that would be on your homepage. So maybe this would be a secondary function of, do you need a separate commission structure? And if so, why? And here's how you apply for it. So really streamlining that process to help the partner get the commission and the commercials that they need at the start. And, detailing and understanding of what your marketing strategy is, because the more information you share with your publishers about where you're expecting them to augment to find new customers and new sales, the easier it is for them to position their marketing tactics to start delivering correctly. And then secondly, well, most importantly, I think it's to give your partners a personalized approach. They're not just another number, another tick box. They're actually humans that are coming in and starting to work with you and building business relationships and partners with you. So it's giving them that hospitality approach as well. Your people, your corporate culture, your effective milestones, your doable tasks. So all the things that affiliates need to know and need to understand in order to get up and running. That's really what your onboarding process should be covering. So the success of your onboarding flow is also up to you in terms of how your affiliate program dictates direct results. What's important to you in the first 30 days of that affiliate's life cycle in your program? What is it that you want to get them to deliver in small bite-sized chunks? Because it's not just enough to say, here's your banner, here's your tracking link, see you in 30 days. Hopefully you've made some sales. What are the touch points that you want to build into this onboarding process week by week, or, month by month, or whatever it is that you need them to deliver, and how quickly you want them to deliver? Because some programs can deliver immediately as soon as the link is live. And some programs might take a month or two to actually, get a sales process, depending on if it's in B2B or retail or e-commerce or whatever industry it is that you're working in. But the more information that you can give and glean from your business to support your partners going active at the start of their journey, the more sales and commissions you're likely to make across the board. Now, Dr. Taylor Bauer, I always like to have a look at scientific results to back up what I'm saying, from the SHRM Foundation, noted that successful onboarding involves proactively covering the 4 C's. And what the 4 C's for her covered were compliance. So what are the rules and regulations of working in your affiliate program, and making sure that your partners understand that quickly, so that you eliminate potential fraud or potential, fines if you're in very strict regulated markets where you're working with third-party partners. Clarification, so giving them a clear understanding of what it is that they need to do as partners in your program and what the KPIs are that you want them to meet. Your culture, so understanding how to actually promote your brand, products, and services the same way that you would, because that's really why you want your partners to be educated in the first place, so that the messaging that they create, or the content that they create, if you're working with influencers, for example, also matches what you're doing on your brand side of your business. And then connection. So really getting that human connection with somebody that they know they can trust, that they know that they can call on if there's a problem, and that they know that they can have a good, solid relationship with. Because a lot of what we do in the affiliate space is still very much centered around building trust and having human to human interaction. Okay, so those are some of the things that I think you need to have in an onboarding experience. And using things like scorecards, which we're going to show you now, helps you to gather the intelligence that leads to better onboarding experiences for your affiliates. Because at the first point of contact, when they are registering for your program or applying to your program, you have the opportunity to discover what they really can do and what they will need upfront in order to make their activation journey quicker. So you need to use the onboarding and the ScoreApp process. And we've built a template for you guys, which Lee's going to take you through in a minute. But obviously you can tailor this to your industry, and you can tailor this to the type of program that you're running, and the type of publishers that you're actually recruiting as well. And you might get different things that you want to add into it, but we're just going to give you a baseline template for now. But the purpose of the scorecard is to discover what affiliates can do for you. So it's quality analysis. Understand what motivates them and how they want to work, because like I said, you're dealing with entrepreneurs who all have different sets of problems. How can you support them in the best way to get them active in your program? Get personal with some of the affiliates. So understand if you're getting 100 people applying to your affiliate program every week, which ones do you spend 5 minutes on a personalized telephone call with? You can't get on the phone with 100 people every week and get personal with every single one. So who do you funnel off into the self-managed flow, and who do you funnel off into the I'm going to manage you with kick gloves and give you the white glove treatment? The scorecard can help you determine all of that very, very quickly. And we're going to show you some of the questions that we put in to help. To get feedback, when your affiliate is applying to the program, it's a great opportunity to ask them, how did you find us? What was it that made you join our program? Where did you find us? All of these things help you to market your program a little bit better too. So you can go back and have a look at that and get a little bit deeper into those channels to get similar partners that are of value to you. And the other thing is to automate the learning process that they have. So by the questions that they answer, you can funnel them into different flows and give them as much or as little information as they need in order to get started. Because different affiliates are going to be at different maturity levels. Maybe newer ones need a lot more hand-holding to get live, and existing ones who have systems and processes in place aren't going to need to waste their time going through onboarding processes that they don't actually need, because they're used to working with brands like you. So really cutting the time, making it more efficient, and getting these guys started is incredibly important. And the other thing is to increase your sign-up activation rate. If you've got a great onboarding experience for your program, other affiliates will talk about that, and that brings you more business. So use it as an opportunity to sort your incoming, and then start to talk shop with all the right partners that are going to be able to deliver results, and get bespoke with that first touch treatment that you're going to be offering your partners to create a better experience for your affiliates too. Okay, so I've talked enough now. Let's get busy and show you how easy it is to build an onboarding experience for your affiliate program. And let's switch over to Lee's screen so she can show you how quickly and easy it is to do that.
So hi again, guys. We, in collaboration with Leanne, we have built a ready-made quiz template for you. And as Leanne said, this can be fully sort of branded and customized to suit your business. What I wanted to start with was showing you what it looks like from your user's journey. So hopefully now you can see the landing page for the quiz template that we have created.
Yeah.
So before they reach this point, they will have been served some content with the call to action to take the quiz. And it may be that you don't call it quiz. We've actually called it assessment in this case, or it could be scorecard. So there's a number of different terminology that you could be used. When they arrive at this landing page, then it's aligned with that desire that they're hoping to achieve, which in this case is to earn more commission. And it's all centered around the value of how this quiz is going to help them. So you can see the headline is, are you ready to earn more commission? Take this onboarding assessment to find out. We want you to have the best affiliate experience and start with our affiliate program. And that means taking the time to get to know each other from the get-go. It also means we have no obligation to help you get active and start earning in the first month of promoting our products and brands. Take our free assessment, and in just 2 minutes, you'll receive customized results with personalized onboarding. So this content can be tailored. We've then got a section that talks more in detail about how it works, the key areas where the score could be broken down into, and then you've got the opportunity to include some testimonials, followed by that final call to action to start the quiz.
So all of these are like segments that you can either add in or leave off or tailor. It's very, very easy to use this platform.
Yeah, and I will show you the back end after I've gone through this user journey and show you how easy that is. So once they've entered the details and they hit get started, they will flow through the questions. So I'm not going to flow through this particular template. It's got 12 questions. I'm not going to go through it one by one. I'm going to go through the first few so you get the idea of the question. So this one, are you able to hop on a 30-minute onboarding call with your account manager this month to learn how to earn in the next 30 days? I'm going to click yes. Do you believe you have the right traffic to convert to our affiliate program? Yes. How motivated are you to achieve your affiliate business goals right now? So I'm going to go hi. So you can see there's a variety of different question formats available. We've got yes, no, we've got scales, we've got multiple choice. And again, I'll show you how you can edit each of these questions. So let's just get to the end so you can see there. Yeah, perfect. So now we get delivered our results. So it's given our overall score. And the higher the score in this particular case is that I am ready to work with you as an affiliate. So this is where you can put your tailored content based on the score tier they fell into. And it will be different if they've scored low, medium, or high, and you can do different call to actions. So for example, here, your high score indicates that you have the right traffic to convert to our affiliate program and have the ability to belong to our elite affiliate club, which affords you a personal account manager and other privileges at the start of your affiliate journey. Look out for your personal welcome to our program, so you can sort of get the idea with the messaging there. We then have different call to actions based on which score tier they fell into. So for this high group, they can go straight through to schedule a call with their affiliate manager. And then you've got the invitation to join the elite club as well. So once they get their result, the ScoreApp platform will fire off an email with a link back to access their results. And you will be able to push all of that data collected into a CRM, which then allows you to segment and plan those tailored follow-up sequences or the journeys that you will take each of those audiences on.
So that's what I was talking about before, where we say if you've got 100 applications coming into your program every day, you don't know which 100 of those partners you actually want to go and spend time with on a call and actually give the white glove treatment. But taking this assessment really quickly can push them into the book a call stage with an actual account manager if they reach whatever the criteria is that the questions are that you've set. And we'll explain the questions in the back end in a minute. Or if they had a lower score, okay, we need to push them into the automated sequence where on day 1, they get this email, on day 2, they get a video, on day 3, they get this, and then by day 5, they're ready to roll. So you can really use this to actually figure out who you want to spend time with and who you want to push into your automated onboarding workflow and separate your database that way.
Yeah. So now I'm going to jump into the platform. So this is the back end of the platform where you can come in and personalize your scorecard. So I'm going to focus on the build icon on the blue left-hand toolbar, which opens up the list of elements that we can work through.
And the beauty of this is, and I am tech adverse in most instances, you do not need to know code, and it's idiot proof.
Yeah, it's really user friendly, and we've got a fantastic support team as well, so we'd be more than happy to assist anybody. But starting at the categories, you can add categories as well. So you can see on the template, it delivers an overall score, but we can add category scores as well. And that enables you to deliver even more value and drill down, give them some low, medium and high tips based on their score in each category, as well as overall. You can then see that the questions sit underneath each of the categories. And we even have that section at the bottom for uncategorized questions, because I think, Leanne, you said there might just be things you want to know that don't necessarily need to be scored, but are really going to help you get to know that client. So they can sit there in that section as well.
And it's important to note, guys, that even though we're going to give you this template, you can change these questions and you can change the weighting of the questions as well to give you the outcome that you need. So this particular template that we've built is for affiliate managers that want to sort their database and figure out who do they want to spend time with and who they don't want to spend time with based on the answering of the questions. And when you get into the template, you can read it a little bit more closely, but we've built it to give you a medium, low and high score.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll run through, not going into detail, but covering a little bit of the logic of the scoring. But like Leanne said, you can edit these questions, you can add questions, you can remove questions, and that's nice and easy to do. We've then got this design tab here, which shows you one question and allows you to add your branding and your formatting.
So you can label it up with your logo, you can change the colors. It's, really, it's like a white labeled solution.
Exactly. Yeah. Then we move on to the landing page. So you will have that templated version of the landing page here, which you can edit. I mean, you could even start creating a new landing page as well. I cloned that landing page just to show you how easy it is to add, remove, and brand. So basically, if we click on add a section and you didn't like this banner with the form on the page, you can view a number of different banner styles that you could use. And when you add a new section, it drops down to the bottom of the template. And just by hovering over it, you'll see some dots, and then you can drag and drop them into different positions. So any sections you don't like, you can remove, you can replace, and then you can start to work through each section and
you can also upload images. So if you don't like that girl with a computer, you can actually get stock imagery or take pictures of your account management team or really personalize it to your branding as well, right?
Exactly, yeah. So, starting at the header here, this is where your logo will ideally sit. You can then select files and upload your logo, choose where to position it, choose whether to include it inside this first section or above. So there are loads of styling options here, and you can change images. So it's all completely customizable.
Perfect.
Excellent. So that is your landing page. You will then come across your lead form, and you can add fields to your lead form. You can ask for first name, last name, email, any other details that you wish to. You'll find your tools here to make sure that you're being compliant with the data regulations in your region as well.
So another thing that this could be used for, guys, is if you're working with influencers, for example, and you want to onboard lots of different influencers into your program, you can capture their social media handles, and you can ask them questions like, how many followers have you got, and what's your latest, do you have statistics of your social media account? And the more information that they give you, the easier it is to pre-qualify them and to decide if those are influencers that you actually want to work with and approach.
Then you will move on to the results. So this is the results page that we went through as part of the user journey. Now, if I click on this overall content that they're served, you can see we've got those score tiers here. So if they scored low, they will see this content. If they've scored medium, they will see this content. And it's the same for the call to actions as well. These are linked to the overall score. And you can work it very similar to the landing page. So as well as being able to put dynamic feedback by the score tier, you can click on the style, change all the colors, all the buttons, change all the images, upload your own, add new sections as well. So for example, if you don't want to show the score with a speedometer, you could use a donut chart, a thermometer. So there's lots of different options there to get the styling exactly the way that you would like it to be.
Yeah.
So score tiers wise, this is your low, medium and high score. So it will add up the total amount of points available, work out what that user scored against the total, convert it to a percentage and decide what score tier they fall into. But you can change these labels, colors, you can add tiers. So there's lots of options there as well in terms of the scoring.
Okay, and that's just to give the result to the partners so that they can move into whatever workflow it is that you want them to follow.
Yeah. Exactly. We also have a PDF report, which we haven't got in this template, but it's an advanced feature and it is an option. So as well as delivering a result on the results page, you can really go into detail in a PDF, giving all lots of hints and tips, which can be dynamic based on their score as well.
And that can be the first start of the sort of training process to actually get the affiliate access. So like 5 things that you need to know immediately before you get started. Click here for this link, click here for this video, join this thing, and then book your call with me, or whatever the case may be. So you guys can really tailor that a little bit.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then another advanced feature, which I thought would be really great in your case, is this audiences feature here. Now, this allows you to segment the audience into greater detail. So not just if they've scored low, medium, and high in a category. It may be that you want a certain group of people that have answered a question in a certain way, and they work in a specific industry. You could create that as an audience and then just show a section on the results page that is suitable to that audience.
Yeah.
That really does hyper personalize the experience of your audiences as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then once someone has taken your quiz, they will drop into your leads area here. You can click on each one, and that will take you through their answers. And now this is great if you've actually got them on an onboarding call. It makes that initial conversation much warmer. You can use that data to say, look, we noticed you've scored really well here. This is an area we can support you in. So it makes those conversations much
Personalized.
more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, because if there's only so much you can capture on an application sheet or on a templated registration document, and this actually gives you that second phase. It's like the next step on, and it only takes a couple of seconds to do the yes/no questions. Like, it really isn't a big ask to ask these affiliates to give you that information. And when you hop on the call, you can actually use these things to pick out areas of specialism, to really get to understand that partner very well, so you know exactly how to support them as well.
Yeah. As well as that, we have this integrate feature. So these are the integrations that we have available. In addition, we also offer API. So if yours isn't a direct integration on the list, then there's a high chance that it's going to be available via Zapier. Once you've entered your API, you'll be able to map across the lead details, their answers, their scores, and that's where you can plan then your tailored follow-up sequences as well.
So you can actually link that into your CRM. After the answer comes in, you can then set up the different workflows to actually take them through that onboard, either the elite side of the VIP affiliate club or the kind of do-it-yourself side, if that's the way that you're going to break it down.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then finally, you've got your share here. So you're able to complete a share appearance. That controls the way it looks once it's shared on social media platforms. And then you're presented with your options of how you can embed it on your website should you wish to do so. So that is a really sort of quick squiz around the platform as well. I mean, that's working with your template. We also offer the opportunity, and I'm just going to show you this really quickly, but we've got this great new feature called the AI Setup Wizard. So if you're starting from scratch, this is a great option that you can, I'm not going to demo the whole thing because I'm just conscious, but you can choose to use it for onboarding. You can choose whether you want one overall score, a single outcome, multiple scores. You can type in what you do, what issue you help with your target audience. And at the end of it, it will do you a basic landing page, a set of questions, and a basic results page as well. So it can really speed up the process of building a new scorecard should you see an opportunity for a different scorecard that you'd like to develop.
So already I can tell that if there's affiliate managers tuning into this webinar today or on LinkedIn, the ones that are marketing focused, they're going to love it because they don't need to wait for a designer. They don't need to wait for a coder. They don't have to get their PR team to sign it off. This is really one of those tools that enables you to do a lot of things. Guys, if we could switch back to my slides, that would be great. So always think that's perfect. There we go. We'll get the slides back up in a minute. So thank you, Lee, for showing us how quick that can be. The whole moral of the story here today is to just show you guys what's available out there and to make sure that you're using onboarding experiences to really give your affiliates a great touch point. So let's just recap the purpose of what this webinar was today. It's to help you guys to get more sales, to get your partners onboarded and activated as quickly as possible, and to make it an informative and fun experience for them too, because I'm pretty sure that there's very few affiliates that have gone through a personalized onboarding experience. There might be some programs out there that kind of really do that white glove touch, high touch experience with the huge publishers that they already know are big. But for some of the smaller publishers coming in, it's a really nice way to kind of build that first touch experience and start building a personalized relationship and getting under the skin of who they are so that you can help them to promote in their program. So use these points, use the data that it gives you to have better conversations, like Lee said, help to improve that that first touch experience and build that loyalty, like some of the data that we've shared with you in this webinar today might impact. And keep it simple and get creative. The whole point of doing this onboarding and helping your affiliates to understand who you are as a program and how to actually get active in your program is to generate sales. So think about how you can use these scorecards. Think about how you can build that into your process, into your onboarding. You might even want to use it somewhere else. You might even want to use it to acquire new affiliates and not actually do an assessment for onboarding. So my advice is get in, take the free trial that we're offering you today, go and have a play with it and see where you can use it in your affiliate program and where it makes sense for you.
Yeah, and just to say, Leanne, we've got a link where if you sign up that link, we're actually offering an extended trial. So it'll be a 30-day trial. And if you sign up using that link as well, that template will be automatically available for you as soon as you get started.
We've done the hard graft for you guys. All you need to do is click on the link. So I'm pretty sure that the link is going to be put into the chat. But if you don't get the link and you want it, please just email me. You can see my email address is on the screen. It's lj@affiverse.com. And I will make sure that that link is shared with you. And we'll obviously put it into the replay as well. So does anybody have any questions? I'm going to just look over to my screen on the side to see if there's any questions coming in, because now's the time to ask. I'm not seeing any questions just yet, so that's a good sign. It obviously means that we've explained it pretty well. Let me just, sometimes it can be a bit delayed, so let me just check the chat. Now I can only see your questions on YouTube, guys, so if you're not asking, oh, there's a couple of questions in here. Let me just see. Is there any way to integrate into an affiliate program for existing affiliates to get data on why those partners registered to work with your company in the first place? Absolutely. I think that's a fantastic way to use scorecards, especially for affiliates that are inactive. So ones that have joined your program and have never, ever done anything, this would be a great way to re-engage them without sending a boring old email saying, hi, I'm your affiliate manager and you haven't been active. How can I help you? Because often affiliates don't know how you can help them. Like, you need to actually come up with the solutions. And by probing and asking questions and creating an experience like this that actually gives them some feedback as well, could actually start to activate them a lot quicker. So I really love that question, Tiffany. Thanks for putting that in. You also said, I know this webinar is for onboarding, but can the system be integrated into specific campaigns? I don't see why not. I would go in and use the 30-day free trial and go get creative with it and see what you can do. That's the whole purpose of this webinar, was just to show you the one little bit that I thought was relevant for the masses. But obviously, as you're all coming from different industries, different types of programs, you'll find different ways to use this tool. But to me, I just thought it was really clever, super easy to use, massive time saver, especially if you're working in bigger affiliate programs where it becomes difficult to actually get personal with 100 affiliates that are signing up every day. Some of our clients have really, really big programs, and we're thinking about using this as well to actually help segment the user journey for the partners that we're bringing in. Also a nice way to test new partner sources. Like, you could, like I said, use this for influencers, and actually just use this for influencers for their onboarding journey, because it's a little bit more of a high touch, personalized approach. And, I think that as you get in and look at it, you're going to find hundreds of other ways to use this tool. So thanks for those questions. That's great. I'm going to move on now because we're kind of nearing towards the end. But if you guys have questions, feel free to email us. We'll answer them. We'll pop the link into the chat on YouTube for you to access the 30-day free trial. And as Lee said, we're actually going to populate this template that we walked you guys through into that to give you a kickstart to get started, if that's something that's useful for you. And you can change the branding and the logos and the fonts. Super, super easy. So you're not going to need a coder to help you with any of that stuff. A couple of things from me very quickly, just to let you know that our AMP course is starting again on the 27th of July. So it's a summer cohort. Get in quick if you want to come along on the 12-week learning journey with me. It's an hour a week. It's not very long, but it's the most amazing experience you're going to have as I coach you through affiliate marketing and teach you some of the tactics and frameworks that we use in our own agency. So if you're looking to level up your performance and you want to actually get a little bit deeper into the tactical side of affiliate program management and strategy building for your programs, come and join us. You can just click on training at affiverse.com and you can book your seats directly online and find out more about the course. And then the last plug that I want to give you guys today is don't forget about our Elevate Summit, which I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar. It is coming up fast and furiously on the 18th and 19th of July. And believe me, there are going to be some amazing practitioners that you will get to connect with live and ask real life questions with and get those answers. So I promise you're not going to find that many experts in one place over 2 days anywhere else where you can actually have a captive audience and have them answer your questions. So go in. The early bird ticket rate is £49 for a 2-day live streamed webinar, and there is going to be masses of information that you can download in the Learning Center as well. So for the $49, it's like all the freebies that you get in the Learning Center alone is the value, but the actual real value is all the people that we've gathered together from around the globe, working in multiple different affiliate marketing industries that are going to come and share all of that information with you. So make sure you register. And then that's it for us. Lee, you've been a fantastic webinar guest. It's the first time you've kind of popped my cherry because I've never done a webinar with somebody else before. So you made it super easy. Thank you so much for sharing it and for being here with us and showing us how we can, be a little bit more efficient and elevate our onboarding experiences. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much. It's been lovely. Thank you.
And we'll see you guys soon for our next webinar next month.
Thanks. Bye, guys.